This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and I want to talk about how Johnny Depp beat cancel culture and how to beat cancel culture. Now that's a real big statement, and I will absolutely explain. So you guys know someone named Ben Shapiro. Now, I agree with some things he says. I disagree with some things he says. However, Ben lays out a way to beat cancel culture, and it's the only way to actually beat cancel culture, and that's what Johnny is doing now. So, here's the thing. As you guys know, let's take two examples. Gina Carano and Johnny Depp both got canceled wrongfully. Now, we can't stop the cancellations. People are going to keep making up silly things and silly reasons to cancel innocent, good people because they disagree with their politics. We can't stop those corporations from doing that. But what we can do is we can build our own companies and our own formats and our own platforms for them to go work on. And this is exactly what Johnny Depp is doing, and this is exactly what Ben Shapiro said. He said, we gotta have safety nets. And Johnny Depp, on the surface, is starting his own company, but based on one thing Johnny said, which I'll read, it seems like he's gonna do what Shapiro was doing for people who get canceled. And that's the real way to fight cancel culture. And let's be clear what cancel culture is. I gotta keep pounding this in. Cancel culture is when you get canceled for doing nothing wrong. So for example, you can't cancel Amber Heard. That's not cancel culture. She did something wrong. She abused Johnny Depp. She abused her partner in 2009. She has a DUI. And she's wanted for perjury in Australia. You can't cancel someone like that. You can only punish them rightfully. So let's be clear. Cancel culture is only for people who didn't do anything wrong. Okay, here we go. Here we see it. Johnny Depp launches European production company in 2 film, announces international development partnership with Contra Corrente Films. If I'm saying that right, I tried, guys. So it goes on to say, Into is a new UK-based production house garnering inspiration from original scripts, works of literature, and plays to create film, stage, and television productions focusing on European sensibility combined with American accessibility. Not American values, not American interests, none of that. American accessibility, meaning Americans can watch it. It can be distributed to Americans. But I'm going to guess we don't want American quote-unquote writers who are woke and play identity politics getting their hands on it. So that's a good thing. Founded by Johnny Depp, born out of his LA-based Infinitum Nil production company, and owing in large measure to his reputation as an artist, Into inherits a tremendous depth of talent in relationships with writers, directors, producers, showrunners, and actors. Okay, so you're starting to get the message, but what Johnny says makes it really clear. Johnny Depp comments, from the student to the maestro, from the aspiring artist and yet knowns to the well-established great masters across all forms of modern media, Into will build a space where artists can be artists, where they will be free to create those unexpected moments, those happy accidents that contain the propensity to constitute great art and so far bring their unique visions to life. So what he's saying here, obviously, on the surface, and I can't read Johnny's mind, but I think this is what's going on, is that he's ready to hire people, all kind of people from all spectrums of life. And I think that means, like Ben Shapiro was alluding to, is we need big companies to come up and employ people who get canceled. And Johnny Depp knows what it's like to be wrongfully canceled. So if his friend Doug Stanhope said something controversial on stage and he got dropped by his companies and record labels, or if time goes by and Marilyn Manson, loses everything in the end without evidence against him, well, Johnny can hire these guys if he wants. Gina Carano, another great example. Johnny can hire her. So Disney doesn't want her? Great. Johnny can hire her. And he can help actually fight cancel culture. And this is exactly what Ben Shapiro was talking about by making your own companies, your own platforms, and your own media. Now, of course, we need people like Johnny to do it because Johnny has multi-millions of dollars. We can't do it ourselves. I can't do it. I can't hire people. I can support them, chip in a few bucks here, a few bucks there, like you guys can, but I can't hire them. You know, we can't hire people when they get canceled, but Johnny can. And that's exactly what's looking great here. And obviously, he can hire himself and make his own production company. And even if the worst case scenario happens, even if he loses in Virginia and completely loses all connections with America, he has these companies here, and they're only going to grow. So this is what I mean by he beat cancel culture, because it doesn't even matter what happens in America now. It doesn't even matter what happens, you know, with his career there or anything, because he'll have his own platform here. It looks like it's going to be pretty big, and he can move on from there, and cancel culture can do its thing over there overseas. Now, I will mention, I guess there is some canceling going on in Europe as well. It is also over there to an extent. I'm not exactly so sure about it. From what I see, mostly it's the American companies canceling people. But if Johnny owns a company and he's got no problem with distribution, things like that, then you can't really cancel people and get away with it as long as he's got this going. So, let's see what the CEO says, Adolfo Blanco. We are very delighted and proud to be working with Johnny Depp and his partners on this project, which is so timely for the new news marked by a changing model in our industry. Being able to identify and produce films with the ability to target specific audiences will be key to remain competitive. Such transcendental work is exciting with someone like Johnny Depp, who has always shown an enormous talent for selecting attractive works for the audience, taking a significant amount of risk. Johnny Depp is one of the great film figures of recent decades, not only as an actor of memorable films, but as a visionary producer and director. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, maybe I could have if I thought about it really hard. But okay, great statement. I don't know all the details, so some of this is speculation for me, but the part that is not speculation is that Johnny will have this big company and he will be able to hire people who get canceled if he wants to. Now, it could end up being a lot of kiddie stuff, kiddie shows, like his Johnny Poppins, that kind of thing. I don't know the content. We don't know the content. So I might be getting ahead of myself here. But one thing's for sure, he's definitely really separating himself in a real way, in a tangible way, in a great way from those people who canceled him. You guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. One quick note, started a GoFundMe for this channel. Just trying to save up for some new equipment. Real mic, real PC. My PC kind of, I don't know, broke down, slowed down. So, links in the description if you want to pitch in. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you consider it and you still don't subscribe, well, I guess I'll be sad. But I'll get over it. See you next time.